Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, the game that dropped in 2016, and the very beloved Dragon Ball game from many fans across the board in the franchise, bringing both new and old fans into the series. Now, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. It's been out, like I just said, since 2016. Now, will we get a new title? Well, there's been speculation that Xenoverse 3 is in the works, and it may come out sometime in 2023 or 2024. Either way, it's about 2 years from now, if it is 2024, so it's quite a bit of a wait. Now, with that wait in mind, there's a few things that people really want to see implemented in Xenoverse 3. Now, if you guys remember, Xenoverse 1 going from Xenoverse 2, they had some type of forum up for a while asking fans, what would you want to see in Xenoverse 2? And many fans left their, opinions on what should be in the game. And when Xenoverse 2 came out, come to see that they did take a lot of inspiration from the opinions that all of us dropped. So, I'm pretty sure when Xenoverse 3 is going to come out, they're going to take some opinions from people varying from playing Xenoverse 2 about what should be in Xenoverse 3. So I want to just take some time and discuss what should be in the game. There's plenty of things. I want to start out, number one, fighting styles. I think CACs, custom created characters, should all have a different fighting style. It shouldn't just be one unique style per race. I think you should be able to designate how you want to fight in the game. So if I want to pick, my CAC and I want to fight like, GT Vegeta, or I want to fight like Dispo, I can do that. Like, there's two different fighting styles there. Like Adult Gohan. There's plenty of different reasons. Like, it would just make the CAC stand out more and be more diverse as a whole. And I think that's something that would be really awesome. Ultimate Tenkaichi also had fighting styles. Don't forget that. So it's not like it's impossible to do. Ultimate Tenkaichi had those fighting styles in the game, which made the custom created characters more unique. Number two, map destruction. Every time we play a new Dragon Ball game, we want to see the stage, if I shoot off a huge Kamehameha or a special beam cannon or something. If I hit an area of the map, I want to see the map have destruction. I want to see that, say like my special beam cannon goes into a mountain. I want that mountain to get obliterated and stay that way for the rest of the fight. Some examples of this also back in Ultimate Tenkaichi. If you do like a super attack or an ultimate attack in Ultimate Tenkaichi, it would alter the stage for the rest of the game. Fighter Z does this too with stage transitions, but that's a whole other thing as well. But yeah, that would be cool. And I guess while I'm on the topic, stage transitions as well, which I just said Fighter Z implements. So if I'm fighting in the sky area, if I do some crazy combo and knock you away, I want to see you fly all the way down, maybe to like the wasteland area or something like that, something of that nature. That would make the fights also way more immersive as a whole. Number three, I think that since they already have custom clothes in the game, I think that there should be a clothing shop or a premium clothing shop. Something where creators can go in and design different outfits for characters. And of course, they probably would have to get reviewed by Xenoverse to see, if they're actually appropriate for the game. But, if they pass that initial review, there should be a premium shop and there should be like a way to get, premium coins or something of that nature to collect, to use to get those items. That would be something really, really cool they could do in the game and make the game just a lot more enjoyable too. Number four, more characters. And now you may be saying more characters. Xenoverse 2 already has like 100 something characters in the game. That being said, Xenoverse 1 didn't have as many characters as 2. All the DLC characters from Xenoverse 1 were carried on to Xenoverse 2 in the base roster. So going to Xenoverse 3, if all the DLC characters we have now are considered in the base roster of the game, that would leave them, kind of thin with who to put in the game next. But there's a ton they could do, actually. They could do what-if characters. There's still lots of characters we haven't seen, get implemented into the game as well. Like, you could even say, like, Yajirobe or Hachiak or, stuff like that. What-if characters like a Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta or, Sorry, I just dropped my phone. Or Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, or Super Saiyan 4 Broly, something of that nature. So that would be really cool to see as well. Number 5, transformations. And transformations in the sense of, if I'm playing a Saiyan created character, I don't want to just be limited to, you know, Super Saiyan 1 to 3, or Super Saiyan God, or Super Saiyan Blue, or Super Saiyan Blue Evolved, or whatever the case. I think that all the transformations should be active as one transformation. So say like you have Super Saiyan 1 all the way to 3, you have God, you have the blue forms, but it should vary. It should be like, you know, however much energy you have, or if you hold down the transformation button, the longer you hold it down, the more you transform. Something like that. It'd be easy to do. Or if you tap once, if you tap once, you go Super Saiyan. Tap twice, Super Saiyan 2. Tap 3 times, it's Super Saiyan 3. Then from that point on, if you tap more, you get more higher forms. They could implement this in a way where it's smooth in the game, doesn't feel too like clunky or anything. They can make it perfect. So that's something I want to see as well. Number 6, map size. The size of the maps in Xenoverse 2 are nothing short of, you know, pretty decent. They're all right. They're not bad or anything, but I always think we can go bigger. Imagine being in an open map area in Xenoverse 3, you and your homies flying around, right? And you have like a Broly raid boss just come down like far off on the map, and you have to fly over that area of the map and fight Broly. It doesn't have to be Broly, it could be anybody. It could be, you know, like some type of event. But the point is, if you have a huge map, you can implement so many different types of events and things in the game. And I think a good example of this is Dragon Ball Kakarot. Kakarot had amazing map size. The maps were huge. And if we could get a base map like that for Xenoverse 3, we could have CPUs everywhere, you know. Sometimes you can go talk to a CPU for a rare item or something like that. And there might be little mini enemies around the map that you can fight, as well as having like a main enemy in each area. And that would make parallel questing so much more fun as well with your friends. Parallel quests would be great. PvP would be great. And add that along with stage transitions and map destruction, and you have, I think, a masterpiece of a Dragon Ball Z game. Granted, they do the graphics justice too. Number 7, more races. So we already have Namekians, the Majin race, the Sand race, and the Earthling race. Also, yeah, I don't know if I said Frieza race or not, but the Frieza race. We already have those, but there's an open lane to add more races in the game. I think we could have an android race, or, you know, a god race, a god of destruction race, something like that, a Beerus race, I don't know. But they could do different races. We've seen more implementations of different races in the Dragon Ball manga, like, you know, the Heaters, like things like that, the Ceruleans. Like, you could just be able to make different races. Like, I think that would be very interesting, and again, it would add to that aspect of making the game more diverse and having more custom creators or custom created characters be more unique in game. So I think that would be a perfect thing for them to do as well. Number 8. This kind of goes along with number 7, but transformations for each race. We've already seen Piccolo get the orange form. We've seen Gohan get the beast form. Android 17 and 18 should have some type of android transformation where it just grants them more energy overall, or something of that nature. You know, like these could be like there could be a half sand transformation, like for hybrid Saiyans, something like that. The Grade 8 custom characters. Grade 8 would be a very cool transformation. They already had the gigantic Namekians, so why not just make, you know, a Grade 8 character? Make a Sand with a tail, have him have a full moon come out, or have a technique like Vegeta, I guess, from the beginning of the Sand Saga, where you can just go into the Grade 8 form. Perfected android forms as well. Android 17 and 18, they don't have any forms in the series, but a perfected android form would be really cool. Be something like that. Or Android Overdrive. Number 9, a brand new storyline. So Xenoverse 2 takes a lot of the initiative of changing the storyline or the timelines to be correct. They get altered a lot through distortions through the time. And there's like time scrolls and all this. So if that's already happening and timelines are getting messed up, we've seen few in Xenoverse 2 alter timelines and bring in new characters all over the place and have them fight different characters. So Xenoverse 3 could have a whole new story where everything is just crazy. You could have, you know, Jiren fighting like on the side of Goku and Hit and all these different people. Just have what if characters as well. Like bring in they could make it so insane that it just doesn't even matter at this point. Like I said, they're already altering timelines, so they might as well just go all in and give us the fans what they want. They could take a lot of inspiration from Dragon Ball Super, Superheroes or whatever it's called. Not the movie, but the naming is so weird for this. Like it's hard to remember like everything, but it's Dragon Ball Superheroes, I think. Oh, let me see what it is. It's literally just Dragon Ball Heroes. I get confused between Dragon Ball Heroes and Dragon Ball Superhero. So, like in Dragon Ball Heroes, they have all these crazy characters that they could bring into the Xenoverse 3 storyline and have it be something crazy. Like, you know, Super Saiyan God Trunks or Super Saiyan 4 Vegito. Like, different characters of that nature. Like, I forgot the other Saiyan's name. Cumber. They even have Cumber. They could bring him into Xenoverse 3 and make it a lot more interesting, too. Finally, at number 10, I think this is what everybody is expecting, but a lot of maintenance issues with the game and just gameplay in general. The combos going from Xenoverse 1 to 2 changed drastically. In Xenoverse 1, you were barely able to connect super attacks with any combos. It barely even worked. Coming to Xenoverse 2, you can chain all types of super attacks into combos, and it works very nice, kind of fluid here and there. Sometimes it's a little bit buggy, but Xenoverse 3, I expect for them to make the combat even more fluid than it already is, and have it be more, just bring more life into it. It would be way more interesting, different combo variations instead of the ones we have. I want it to be a little bit more, what's the word? Okay, I want it to be a little bit more complex than just pressing, you know, square triangle or X and Y. Like, I think there should just be, all the buttons should be usable. Fighter Z has the swivel mechanic where you do like the swivel Y or the swivel, you know, whatever, swivel light, medium, heavies. They could just implement all types of different combos, and you can, you know, people are going to change their control style to how it fits them best, but just have more variations of combos, and also fix the connection online a little bit. I see people talking about having rollback on netcode or something like that. I think that would be pretty cool to have as well. So I don't know, but everything that's going on with the connection right now is all right, but it gets wonky here and there. So yeah. Anyways, those are the 10 things that I'd like to see in Xenoverse 3 get implemented into the game, if it ever comes out, that is, which it should come out, being that the fan base is huge and still playing the game here and there. So it would be, you know, a loss on Bandai or whoever is publishing the game. It'd be a loss on their part not to, you know, take the initiative and just drop that game while the fan base still wants it. Because make us wait a few more years, people might not even want that game anymore. So I think they should just jump on that while they can, get some people working on it. Xenoverse 3, if it ever drops, it'll be a huge game for the Dragon Ball community. Everybody will play that. I guarantee you it will do numbers. Everyone will play it if you're a Dragon Ball fan. So yeah, we'll just see what happens down the road. Maybe down the line I might redo this video. This video is kind of off the dome. I looked at a little bit of stuff online just to kind of get some ideas, but I already had some ideas myself. But yeah. So yeah, if I needed to redo this video in the future, if things change, I will. But for now, those are the 10 things I want to see. Anyways, take it easy.